What is up, G-Spotters? Welcome to another episode of Courtney G-Spot. We're live, and by the way, you people are insane. The world is blowing up right now. Why?
Corona!
Why is everybody freaking out? We're here to talk about this. We found some interesting things on the internet. If you guys would like to join the conversation, if you have popped in later, that's fine. We're going to talk about some crazy stuff in here a little bit.
Coronavirus!
It always starts with something. There's always a beginning to this, but guess what, guys? We have found some undercover information that perhaps the government doesn't want us to pay attention to. Maybe it tells a little tale of why we're all being freaked out.
Iraqi bummies!
We have a chart of really interesting numbers and figures and information about your safety and your need to worry.
Only old people will die!
About coronavirus. So there are some things coming up, you guys, tonight. I hope you join. Like, subscribe, have a good time. The cat just slammed his head against the wall. That weird voice in the background. DC, our co-host. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Are you sick? Do you have the virus?
I think so.
Do you feel sick?
I'm losing it.
Did you drink enough water that you are now flushing the virus down to your stomach? And the stomach acids are eating away.
You don't hear this cough, man? I'm down short of breath.
You're choking over there.
So,
I don't know why you're choking. But guys, I hope you have clicked on here on purpose and want to join some intelligent conversation about some crazy stuff. This is a community we have been trying to build for a while now. We've been gone. We've been absent. We've been on our life journey, just trying to get back on track. But here we are trying to do it again. We want to keep going. Episode 42.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Join the conversation. We try to go live as much as possible. We're going to come back. We'll figure out days. We'll just let you know. Subscribe. That's the one you're going to find out. You're going to want to be part of the conversation. Get that bell on. Get us a subscription. Okay.
Excuse me.
So, of course, we got to talk about the coronavirus stuff. That's
Corona.
The whole thing starts with the coronavirus. But we're going to back it up a little bit. There's something that has happened in the past 3, maybe 4 months that has
Conspiracy.
kind of been an undergoing thing that all of a sudden is now not being paid attention to anymore. There was, if you all recall, back in January 3rd, I do believe, if my facts are correct, a general of Iran, an Iranian general, was killed by our U.S. government on a drone strike. Since that has happened, this coronavirus thing has gotten a little bit, worse, a little bit more spready, a little bit more panicky, a little bit more, hey, you guys should
go buy all the toilet paper.
Worry about this stuff. And all of a sudden, Wednesday.
All the toilet paper's gone.
Yeah. Wednesday, this not a diploma, not a embassy. It was
Like a small
outpost of some sort in Iraq.
They were not armed, so I don't think it was that big.
Was bombed by Iran, correct? On the border of Syria, which contained...
Well, didn't they say it was like 40 miles north of Baghdad?
I believe you might be correct. Or was that... Okay. It was hit by
a group
of Iranian military individuals.
Yes.
And in the process of this, it killed 2 American soldiers and 1 British soldier. And this... The very next day, this happened on Wednesday. Excuse me. This was on the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Friday the 13th, by the way.
Hey.
Subscribe, like, join the conversation. So, on March 11th, that happened. The very next day,
March 12th.
Thursday, America,
blew up some factories,
which we believe to have contained these rockets that bombed the previous day's base. So, that happened on Thursday. And if you notice, the timing of these events have coincided with this widespread pandemic.
Yeah, when I'm not highly sure, I never got into looking at that, but I don't know what the requirements for a pandemic is. But if this is the requirements for the pandemic, why haven't we had other pandemics?
We need to look that up. We need to figure out what required. But it happened at the same time as the bombing and the factory and the British soldier.
Which is and with all this going on, it is very ironic that all of a sudden we are in a state of emergency, a national state of emergency.
Yep.
Which gives the president
Yep.
all this power.
Yep.
To do whatever the hell he wants to
in a state of emergency. So once they say
because
pandemic,
of the coronavirus, but out back they're over there fucking with Iran.
Yeah.
So,
but this is to cover up. If we throw panic in everybody, now we're all focused on.
If they can make the concert loud enough, they're not going to hear the bombs going off.
Right. So the toilet paper and the Lysol and the hand sanitizer and the cans.
Go buy some vitamins.
Like, for real, why is nobody buying vitamins? Just have some vitamin C. Drink some 7-Up. You want to see a chart that is going to be a little crazy? I know nobody's watching this right now. Nobody's watching, by the way. Are you watching?
I'm got
Nobody's
you on a
watching.
tiny screen.
Anyway, this right here, if we can see this chart, if I can get this chart close enough. This is a chart. Is that good?
That's good.
This is a chart indicating the percentage of chance of lethality per age range. And this is also based on other factors given in diabetes and pre-existing heart conditions, and where's that other chart? Cardiovascular disease and hypertension and cancer. So there's all these tiny little factors. Man, these charts are hard to show. All these tiny little factors that are taken into consideration, which the main one is the age rate. It blows my mind because once you get to 60 is really when you need to start worrying about this. But we got schools locked down. We've got Disney World locked down.
And actually,
we're all these 60. Why is IHOP shut down?
Fun fact. The CDC themselves have stated that they have witnessed children carrying the disease but never affected, and they still can't explain.
Yeah.
It's like the children just don't have the proper receptors to even be affected.
Yeah, they have a 0% chance.
Well, not exactly, because again, remember, it said less than 2%.
Well, remember what?
The cases, the really extreme cases in China.
In China.
Okay. Children.
Yeah, the really extreme. Now, these studies are based off a study. What I'm showing you these numbers are. This is based off a study done in China to 72,314 patients carrying the disease. They ran this study, and they ran these numbers, and out of all of them, 72,314, out of all of them, 2.3% of them actually died, which the number was, what did I get?
And of those 2%, only 2% of those were children.
So, yeah. So the number is so minuscule. And again, that throws in the other factors of diabetes, cardiovascular diseases.
Yeah, I'm sure if you looked up all these kids, they were probably unfortunately kids that were born with issues.
Yeah.
Or,
so when they caught it,
yeah,
they counted that as a coronavirus.
A lot of them were probably already in hospitals.
Probably. Well, so, we don't know. Now, this part is the assumptions part, where we don't know what the actual pre-existing conditions of these children are. So we don't know.
Those numbers, like I said, CDC person's mouth himself said that he doesn't understand. Kids carry it, but they don't seem to be getting affected.
This is from BuzzFeedNews.com. This was posted today at 7 o'clock. 2 hours ago, from right now on the live time, this was posted about the 72,000 people studied for this. Anyway, so the point we're getting at, essentially, is there's other stuff going on. So they're trying to cover this whole thing up. You all need to calm down and take a step back.
Oh, yeah, by the way, the definition of a pandemic is just the sickness that has taken on a global scale. So it's just because it left China.
The word sounds scary. So when you say the word, people flip out.
Oh no!
And here we are with empty shelves at the store.
So I'm pretty sure HIV is everywhere, but because it's not spreading, it's not a pandemic.
Right. And what I was saying earlier about...
But it does spread.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it can spread rapidly if everybody just points at the same time.
Drunk drivers spread. Yeah, I guarantee more people die from drunk drivers.
Yeah, we never got around to these numbers, but we were going to do that. Compare the amount of potential deaths, because we got
let's look that up.
As of right now, CDC's worst case scenario numbers, and they're expecting so far anywhere from 160 to 215 million people affected. This is in the U.S. for the record, and out of those 160 to 215 million, maybe 200,000 to 1.7 million would be susceptible to death. So, but overall...
Okay, so how many people total have died from...
Oh, in the United States, where's that number? We have that number. Where's that? Oh, I guess we don't have it. We have China's numbers. I'm sorry. We'll look up America's numbers real quick.
How many people die on average? This is based on a 2008 study. 3,287 deaths on average. People die daily in car accidents.
How many?
3,287
God.
on average die daily in car accidents, and people are freaking out about the flu. Hey, Audrey, you missed the beginning. We've been ranting about this whole nonsense and the numbers of the stuff. It's all a conspiracy, darling. We have figured this out. If you look up some videos...
Okay, let me clarify this real quick before people get the wrong impression. We're not saying that the sickness is the conspiracy.
Nope.
You got to go back and follow the whole thing. There's this whole thing still going on with us in Iran and Iraq and all that shit.
Yep.
And they're pushing this sickness to this year's extremely bad flu.
Yeah.
Gave it a fancy name and called it a pandemic, and now Trump's got us all in a state of emergency
because our old people are dying.
People are going to military quarantine camps coming off of cruise ships. New York sectors are going to be locked down for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
all kinds of crazy stuff is happening.
Yeah,
but it's very real, and it's
real.
You need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care.
Don't buy all the toilet paper.
Don't. Yeah, it's not coming out your butt. Like, there's no virus in your butt.
Are you gonna wrap your head in toilet paper?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You're not sneezing that much. Are you gonna shove it down your throat? I don't understand.
Drink
People
water.
are freaking. There was a kid in, I believe it was Britain or England, close to the same thing. He was selling squirts of hand sanitizer at a school for 64 cents a pop because people freaking out.
All right, we are up to 2,269.
Like, subscribe, join.
Yeah, we are up to 2,269 cases and 48 deaths in the United States.
And how many days?
I guess since it started. That's just news from 6 hours ago.
Drunk drive.
41 people have recovered.
I'm looking up right now statistics for drunk drivers and people that died.
So it basically took off mid-February. As of right now, there appears to be 704 active cases. I think that's what this chart's telling me.
You know, I feel like there's a pandemic of
I
assholes in the world that need to be quarantined or something.
I was going to say, this may be the unpopular opinion, but to be super honest, if we lose a percent or two of the whole population, is that really going to be a bad thing? Exactly.
I mean, that's
because we're only going to lose,
weak.
Yeah. But
that's not the thing anymore. We have to drag the weak, screaming and crying, to safety. That's what there's no survival of the fittest anymore. Nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to, your opinion matters.
It all started with No Child Left Behind.
Yeah. Man, what happened? I'm glad I missed that because I had to fight. I was small and weak, and I didn't fight. I couldn't fight. I would have got smashed. I had to just survive. And then I grew tall, and people are like, "You were never small." I was like, "Yes, I was small."
That's usually how it goes. You're tiny, and then like one day you just hit 7'9", and they're like, "What?"
Right.
Ours is the complete opposite. You're like 8 foot tall at 12, and everybody's like, "What the hell is going on here?"
Oh, I've seen kids like that. Poor kids I know their backgrounds are going to be bad.
Right.
So, Audrey, we were talking, darling. Encourage your customer. She works at Walmart. Poor thing.
I'm so sorry, Audrey. I have another friend, and I was at the neighborhood Walmart over here on Weddington, and oh man, that poor girl, she needed a hug so bad. Yeah. So I can only imagine what it's like if you work at a super center.
Yeah, it's gotta suck. But calm it. Wash your hands with soap. Drink your fluids.
Take some vitamins.
Take a bath. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe, like. You might get a cure in that. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll tell you the first company that's going to come up with it because we're chasing them right now so we can get rich.
Mm-hmm. Oh, happy 13th of Friday. The 13th.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Hey. So that's why everybody's freaking out. It's like a evil day.
Now all the food's going away. Anyway, how did you work today, Miss Audrey? Like, how's your food stock going? Is it pretty empty like the toilet paper now?
But there's more.
We went grocery shopping yesterday, so we got lucky. When everybody was still buying toilet paper, we were getting food.
We had hand sanitizer stations, hand sanitizing wipes for carts, etc. Yeah, people are walking around the store with masks on. Like,
even the CDC guy said, like, yeah, okay, yeah, it's spread by coughing and sneezing and sometimes breath, but at that point, a mask's not going to save you. You're totally screwed.
Yeah.
Because at some point, that mask is going to come off.
And it still has the virus
totally
on
infected.
It. Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen. So, lick the handlebar at the Walmart on a cart and take your chances and go from there.
She said she posted pictures of some of the shelves at the store. The bread is wiped out.
The bread always goes first.
Yeah, like,
because all of a sudden, everybody starts eating lunch meat at that point.
Apparently, DC was saying that someone had purchased toilet paper and strewn it down the side of the highway.
Yeah, it's all down 71.
And I guess
I don't know.
Down with the man sort of a situation. Our truck that was going to deliver the toilet paper was wrecked in NWA. Hey,
we can go get that.
Maybe that's the toilet paper that was ran down the side of the highway.
Did it wreck on Highway 71? Is that what happened? Hold on.
Did we just connect some dots here?
Let's see what happened.
So it was hijacked. This was as Fast and the Furious. Yeah. This could be a connection. Give us a thumbs up, Miss Audrey, if you like the connection. She said, yeah, she's pretty sure it is. That's hilarious. Yeah. I bet you someone tried to hijack a toilet paper truck. Yeah, they wrecked and all the toilet paper went everywhere. Yeah. That's it.
There it is.
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad you're on the show so we can figure this out. See? Guys, this is what happens during a live show. We connect dots.
You know what had happened is that guy was rushing to the store to get the toilet paper there because they're like, get us our toilet paper! And he crashed.
Yeah. So I lied to the customers and say it was coming. No, it's up on the highway. Just go drive by and pick up some.
What if I ran in the back of the truck and just grabbed 4 things and left a $20 bill?
Dude,
Does that count?
You could sell toilet paper for $5 a roll right now.
In the midst of all this craziness, I would like to tell an uplifting story and hopefully inspire some.
Okay, let's inspire some people.
And
I bet it was.
So, anyways, last night I'm out and about doing things, trying to find toilet paper. It's like I was like, I'm gonna go get a roll of toilet paper because my girlfriend went shopping earlier that day and she's like, I couldn't find toilet paper. I was like, I bet I'll find toilet paper. And I stopped at 3 places, didn't find no toilet paper, and I was like, oh, game on. All right, we're going to find some toilet paper. And I excluded gas stations because that was the obvious answer to the situation is there's going to be a gas station somewhere. Somebody didn't go buy their $20 roll of toilet paper.
Right.
But, so, I'm out for an hour or so, and I finally said, "Screw it, I'm going home." So I'm on my way home, and if you're not aware of the area,
No,
we have
none of
these,
them are.
we have these access roads. They're just little roads that go down the side of the actual highway. And I'm pulling onto this access road, and I see these like two college-age girls. Now, normal person would be like, okay, who cares? What's the point to that? Well, if you knew these access roads, you would know that only certain types of people actually walk down these access roads. So seeing two college-age girls walking down the access road is extremely weird. And then about half a mile up the road, I see a car with its emergency flashers on. So it starts making more sense. I'm like, okay, maybe those girls belong to that car,
Right.
and they ran out of gas. So I was like, well, the girls are way back there. Access road's one way. I can't turn around and go see if they ran out of gas. So I stopped at the car. And it turns out the girls were in a taxi that had run out of gas, and the taxi was sitting on the side of the road. The girls were walking to wherever. And so I stop, and I'm talking to him, and he's like, yeah, I ran out of gas. And I didn't want to leave him there on the. I mean, he was parked in the right. There's only two lanes. He was parked in the right lane with his flashers on. If you know anything about this area, people are idiots.
How's the taxi run out of gas?
That's what I said.
Going.
That's what I was thinking. Like the moment I was seeing taxi on the side of the vehicle, I was like, "What is going on here?" But so yeah, people are idiots around here. Even though his flashers were orange and very bright, I'm still sure somebody could have plowed in the back of him very easily. Even though it was nighttime and they were just piercing from even half a mile away. So I was like, dude, you just need some gas. And he's like, yeah, but I don't have a gas can. Well, I got a gas can in my car. I was like, Casey's is at the end of the access road. I'll go grab you some gas real quick and I'll come right back. So I go and I grab him some gas and I come back. And as this man can attest, we don't really do anything for the money. So when I get back and I fill his car up and I'm saying bye, he tries to hand me a $20 bill. For one, I brought you a gallon of gas, bro. Like, and it took me like maybe 5 extra real minutes of my life.
Right.
So I immediately turned down his $20 bill. Like, whether it would have been 5 gallons of gas, I would have towed his car with my car. I would have never accepted the $20 bill at any given moment in that situation for any reason. But so he was like super blown away. He was all like, well, you didn't understand it. I don't understand why people don't understand that there's still people out there that do things with the kindness of their heart.
Right.
Nowadays, like that still
Everybody's
happens.
expecting some sort of payout for that.
Yeah, like I couldn't believe that. And of all things, I get it as a taxi driver. Yes, taxi drivers don't really carry any real cash on them of their own.
Unless
So
they
it
get
was-
tips.
Yeah, so it was probably just like accumulation of his tips that he had put together and then taken a $20 bill out. And again, even before instantly I said no, but after I was thinking it, I was like, it was probably his tips. I wasn't going to take his tips either way.
Right.
The man obviously worked for him, and he was obviously working hard enough that he didn't pay attention to his
And when
gas
you're a
gauge.
taxi driver, you have to actually pay for your own gas, which really sucks. Because I was a taxi driver for 3 years. But you get some good tips. It was a fun time. Pickles is making his tail appearance. He had to get up on the show because this is what he does. Welcome to the show, Pickles.
One day when he gets full size, he won't be able to hide underneath the camera.
No. I think Audrey dipped out. Oh, no, there she is.
She is back, but
The
anyways.
lady that works for Jackson Hewitt on the store broke down around her gas. She had her wallet stolen the day before, and I got her gas can and got her gas and tried to give me money as well. Very nice, Audrey.
Yeah. So I mean, thank you. I love you. He made me take his card and said that I could have a free ride if I ever need it. So
There you go.
maybe here, if the situation presents itself where I actually need a ride,
You can call upon him.
I can call upon him and I can use that. But I wish I would have told him in the moment, just give it to somebody that you think actually needs it. But
You never know when you might need a taxi. Sometimes it's good to have those get out of jail free cards. You might need a full payment, but to have that person on your back shoulder. Yeah, pay it forward. It's usually
I was going to say, with the condition of my car at this very
your
moment.
tables would.
Yeah, I know, but
Mm.
you start knocking on everything.
Ah.
Knock on the kitty. Kitty bringing good luck home.
So everybody, coronavirus linked
Wash your
to
hands, take your vitamins. Drink.
Iranian Iraq
Drink water.
bombing in Syria. Look that up.
Yeah,
Audrey.
Iraq or the
We
U.S.
killed the general. It's also the year of the. You guys know this is also the year of the election, so this is all to manipulate every single thing that we do.
You guys are falling for it.
You're
You already bought all the toilet paper.
You sheeple people.
You guys buying all the toilet paper. The first one's going to be like, yes, please put us in a containment camp.
It's just a bunch of lemmings, man, just like falling off the cliff into a pile of whoa.
Or unfortunately, the seals that, thanks to global warming, the water table is many hundreds of feet lower, and they only know how to get down on this one cliff. And instead of finding another way to go, because they're not smart enough to find another way to go, I guess, they just jump off the cliff because that's all they know.
Yeah,
because humans suck, and we made their water go away.
So we just, yeah. When's the new iPhone coming out? Because, you know, some crap like that's next or whatever.
Yeah, what happened to all these new phones?
Yeah, no, that's going to be the thing because they release a virus. They manipulate us to the point of freaking out. We come back out of our little hidey hole, and they're like, hey, look at this shiny new object that's about to come out to the market that you guys could buy, and I'll put your money into. Hey, you want attention over here?
Can I trade you 1,000 toilet paper rolls?
I've watched. There's two things going on, right? There's two things going on. Either there's some sort of another attack or some other crap that's going to happen. I'm calling this right now that's happening and behind this whole British bombing general warehouse situation. There's something going on right now or in the next couple of days going to happen. Or, yes, there's a new device or some sort of big thing they're going to release into the market for people to buy. Tesla's going to come out with this, or Sony's going to come out with that, or Sprint's got a new iPhone 12 or whatever crap. So,
hey, while you guys were gone and everybody was home, we were working on this.
Bunch of sheeple. Like, you can predict this shit. This happened in 4 years ago.
It's like a bad movie.
Yeah, it's bad. You guys are just, it blows my mind. So now everything is shutting down. Our children's schools are shutting down. We can't. Like,
Fayetteville was closed today.
We can't even, the kids aren't even affected. Like,
their immune systems are just too strong.
Oh, it's just ridiculous.
They're so strong that the receptors aren't even available.
Like the flu is a bigger worry than this, is what we read on some crap.
Drunk driving's a bigger worry than this.
Yes. Quit drinking and driving.
Can we talk about how many people overdose on a daily basis?
How many people, like, I don't know, drink and beat their kids, or like overdose.
Yeah,
overdose.
Yeah, how many women or children are going to be abused this evening?
Yeah, let's worry about.
Nobody cares about that.
Yeah.
But you're buying all the toilet paper.
Yeah, let's make sure we buy toilet paper because you're.
Why don't you go check on your neighbor?
I just assume every person that bought toilet paper has diarrhea. And they're just unloading their shit onto the world. So they don't need to clean it up because their house is full of shit because they're shit people. Did I say that enough? Are we knocked off the area? It blows my mind. It's just, it really does. We're so easily manipulated.
It's sad. It's really sad, guys. Like, I don't know.
I see the extreme in it because like these big places are shutting down everything. These major corporations and NBAs and Major League Baseball and
Hollywood's not even working right now.
Movies aren't being made, and
movies aren't going to be made for a few months. Disney World said no, you can't have fun.
This is like okay.
New York's about to be like, oh man, I wish I could name that TV show right now. But there was a TV show where they locked down the city over some shit, and that's exactly what's about to happen. Yep.
There's what I understand, what I've gathered, the reason for this, and this is the one reason I believe is the purpose of kind of containing, is to keep the spread down so the people that are susceptible don't get it.
Here's a tip. If you're over 60 years old, stay home.
Boom. Let's start with that. Then let's break it down.
That lowers the death rates.
Okay. Boom. Then let's bring it down to the people with like the diabetes and the coronary artery problems and the heart problems.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Get a bubble.
Look, that's like 25% death rate, like Ixnay out of the issue aid. Oh, it's ridiculous.
If you have to travel for work, stay home.
Yeah, I heard that Audrey's saying the influenza B is a worse strain than the coronavirus. Yeah. But
again,
how many people died from the actual flu today? or in the past year. It's just unbelievable. I'm leaving off camera and drinking because I'm not promoting any product.
Yeah, we don't unless they pay us.
You want to pay me? I'm not even going to mention your name, but if you can tell what this can is, I might promote it. Yeah, pay me though.
As of October 1st, 2019, 12,000 people died from the influenza virus.
And that year?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And all time?
Died from between 12,000 people died between the October 1st and February 1st. So October 1st of 2019 to February 1st of this year, 12,000 people died from influenza.
Did you just hear that, ladies and gentlemen? 12,000 people died.
And it may be as high as 30,000.
In 5 months from the actual flu.
According to the CDC.
According to the CDC. Audrey? But nobody talked about that.
Yeah.
But when we want to attack another country, people are freaking out over this fake virus.
It's not fake.
Real fake pandemic.
Hey, that's not a real pandemic. It's everywhere.
Fake hype.
Yeah.
Fake hype. What do you call it? It's just Audrey. See, my gosh. This is why we need a bigger audience. Nobody's gonna hear this.
So,
Thank you for being here.
Contagion Live says that influenza. Hold on, let me find these numbers. Here we go. All right. According to the report, the overall rate of influenza-associated hospitalizations increased to 1.9 per 100,000. The highest rate of hospitalization has been observed among adults, again, age 65 or better, 47.6%, or 47.6 per 100,000. Followed by children, 0 to 4, 34.4 per 100,000, and adults, 50 to 64, 23.2 per 100,000.
And that's flu?
The influenza B.
Yeah.
And Victoria viruses, whatever. And H1N1, all that good shit.
In a month, we're not even going to be talking about this.
In the past week, 7 new influenza-associated pediatric deaths were reported, bringing the seasonal total to 39.
That's babies?
So that's, yeah, like children.
Okay.
Tiny
39
children.
total in the world.
In the last 7 weeks.
Okay.
Or in the past week. I'm sorry. There were, in the past week, 7 new deaths, bringing the total to 39. I don't know if this is just in the United States or in the world. But
You just said she heard there was a lady that was 103 that survived the coronavirus.
there you go, you.
See?
I need to meet your daughter. We need to make babies.
Thumbs up, like, subscribe. Wait, what? She is immune. That woman,
That's what I'm saying.
if she's 103, she was like,
hey, she's got good health.
yeah.
And she survived the coronavirus. So
She
she's got good
survived like
genes.
all wars.
Yeah.
All of them.
I need to meet her daughter. Or her.
They're like daughter,
Yeah.
like way down there.
Yeah, because it's only going to be like 80.
Her daughter's like 73.
Yeah, her great.
Yeah. You guys.
Thank you for putting up with our craziness and
Please.
coming back whenever we have a show.
If you happen, Audrey, yeah, thanks for being here.
You guys are awesome.
We've been gone for a week and a half.
Is it just Audrey?
Yeah.
Because it's 3.
Yeah, one of them, I put it on real quick just to see if what my lighting looked like because it looks horrible. Oh my gosh.
We were supposed to have upgraded lighting, but
we had a
due to the
mishap.
coronavirus,
They killed our
happened.
lighting guy.
they killed the lighting guy. He couldn't make it.
Consuela, I think she's sick.
I'm pretty sure she died a long time
Yeah,
ago.
she's-
Have you seen Consuela since we moved?
She died from that corona light virus.
Hey, that's what happened.
Ah, sí, señor. I've been on the corona light.
Oh, she was on a diet.
It's just bullshit also here. They said coronavirus checkpoints. Coronavirus checkpoints. Shut up.
Well, I was very serious. There's people being somebody. I think it was the princess. Princess cruises are coming back, and they're literally
Which
putting
princess?
Diana's. I don't know.
She's dead.
Princess Cruise Lines.
Oh, okay.
So and people coming back from their princess cruises.
Oh yeah.
Taking on buses straight to military installed quarantine areas, which is super scary.
Just get everybody in a bubble suit and just roll them down the street. Everybody be rolling around in giant airbag bubble suits.
I was gonna say, just like pay everybody's wages for 2 weeks and tell everybody to stay home.
Yeah, what was that false thing Trump announced where he said that everybody was going to get all insurance coverages taken care of?
But it was proven that health insurance would only cover testing.
Yeah, they were only going to cover. Trump said he was going to cover everything for coronavirus-related illnesses.
And then he was going to say that people were going to get like the wages covered, but that only applies to. Let's see what it say here. The ill, quarantined, or healthcare providers will receive the aid. So if you work and become sick with the coronavirus, or quarantined due to the virus, or are somebody that works with the public, then you will be given aid. But
Gonna get AIDS? That sucks. Not only do we have the coronavirus, but you're also gonna have AIDS?
that sucks.
That sucks.
So much AIDS.
Yeah, why is nobody talking? How many people died from AIDS? Hold on.
Can we talk about how many people are dying from diabetes every year because they can't afford?
Diabetes is a pandemic. That is, fat kids is a pandemic. There are fat kids all over this world that shouldn't be fat. They should be running around with their little fat legs out there, working off that fat.
But they're all fat because they just sit in front of their video games and their TVs all day, and they don't go out and do anything, so they can just talk to their friends on their phones.
Yeah, and then so that's why kids aren't getting the virus.
Because they don't go anywhere.
They don't go
They
anywhere.
go to school.
We figured the secret. That's not because.
And then they're closing all the schools.
So it's keeping them home.
So the kids don't get sick, but they're already not sick.
They're playing Fortnite.
They're just, I'm going to get roasted on Fortnite for the next 2 weeks. All these little kids
all
are going to
these
be
little
home
kids.
doing nothing but playing Fortnite all day. They're going to be practiced up, and I'm going to go in and just get annihilated.
Yeah, murder.
Oh, God.
Well, at least we know the kids are safe. What else are we going to do? Everything else up there? What else were we going to talk about tonight? Hey, Audrey, do you still do that pie thing?
Yeah, we were going to talk about stocks.
Tomorrow is Pie Day.
Pie Day.
314, 3.14.
I don't like pie. I'm not a fan of pie. I don't like any kind of pie.
If you
Apricot pie.
don't know what
Apple
pie
pie.
is,
Cherry pie.
I need to put
Maple
that
pie.
in the
Pumpkin pie.
chat.
What other kind of pies are there? Pecan pie? Is there a watermelon pie? Has anybody made a pie out of watermelon
Should I
yet?
say it? out loud?
Cherry pie? Cream pie?
I mean, it's a hashtag.
Yeah, we do. I'm running.
That's where we're going to get the most of our
yeah.
clickbait from.
Courtney gspot cream pie. Yep. That's where we're going to get our views from.
Oh, no.
Thank you, sheeple.
Yeah. Hey, look, I can send out a link in the thing to copy. Whoops, nope. Oh my gosh, my phone is so slow. So pie, is it a crypto?
Pie!
Crypto. You guys nailed it with this pie.
Oh my God, look at this pie.
You guys, pie is a digital cryptocurrency, and if you don't know what that is, you're not paying attention to the world. You should stop playing Fortnite. Besides the coronavirus and us bombing other people, there's cryptocurrency going on, and
Not very well right now, but
yeah, it's bailing.
nothing
So,
stock wise is doing very well.
since we have, you're going to bed at the best part. You want to talk about viruses? Have a good night, Audrey. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed coronavirus bite.
Yeah. Thank you. Like, subscribe, comment.
Why can't I send that? Hold on, let me send that. Hold on, let me send it. I can't send it. Anyway,
Don't mind me and my construction. I'm sorry.
what is he doing?
I know we're in the middle of a show, but I have to build.
He's building things. He's building a barricade for the shelter, the
coronavirus.
coronavirus shelter.
I'm building my screen so I'm safe.
So what Pi is a digital cryptocurrency, and tomorrow on their Pi Day, if you guys have been paying
Is
attention
there
to
any
the
specific
thing,
reason why tomorrow is Pi Day? Is that what it was in
yeah,
there?
314. It's the date.
Oh.
It's just 3.14 is Pi.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Anyway, it's going to go into marketplace tomorrow, to where people are going to be able to trade real
It's going
life.
on the marketplace.
It's going to. They're creating their own marketplace. That's what I'm saying. You need to pay attention to this shit. It's going to create their own marketplace tomorrow. Or they're releasing it tomorrow, so people can trade goods and services all the way to real estate for this digital cryptocurrency.
Crypto's where it's at, guys. Eventually, when all this crazy pandemic stuff goes away, and we hopefully don't go to war with Iran secretly in the backyard, everything will go back to normal. I won't be down $30 in my stocks.
I'm putting my link in the description right now. So if you want, it's still time to mine this. And when I say mine this, if you know about cryptocurrency, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just put it on your phone. It doesn't use anything, doesn't use battery. You can turn it on once a day, you click it once a day and close the app. That's all you have to do.
I was going to say, watch Little Index is Bitcoin Cash video.
It's all about digital currency. We use money. Money has evolved. It used to be trading rocks and pebbles for beads and wives. And then it got to gold and diamonds. Then it got to coins. And then it got to paper money. And then it got to checks. And then debit cards and credit cards. And we are in the age of...
Now you can use your phone?
Yeah. We're in the age of the digital age. So it's time to get involved with digital currency. So currency is evolving just like regular world. So if you're not involved, click on that link right there. Mine Pi. Get involved. Baby Jesus is the link share. You guys want to get in on this?
And while you're clicking on things, subscribe, comment, hit that bell on.
Yeah, if you don't like this, tell us we're dumb. Tell us none of our facts are incorrect. Tell us we are incorrect about Iran, Iraq, and Syria.
And speaking of all these places closing, going back to that whole thing, food is not susceptible to corona. The only way you're going to get corona from a food establishment is if your waiter or waitress that hands you your cup is infected, and then you touch said cup, but the water itself is not going to affect you. The cook cooking your chicken is not going to affect you. The waitress, the waiter touching your plate will affect you because they touched a surface you touched. They could open the door in front of you at Walmart. And then, the door's open automatically at Walmart. But they could open the door in front of you at the gas station. And then you open the door after them, and then you're affected. It didn't have anything to do with her being a server. It had the fact to do with that she touched something you touched before you.
Right.
And it's not food. And also, speaking of surfaces really aren't as germy as we think they are. They are obviously very germy, but germs don't particularly live very well on surfaces for too long.
And I still feel from an early age the fact that I wasn't kept in a bubble. My immune system is pretty good. I'm not saying, okay, I'm saying these things, knock on wood, and I'm going to get infected. I get it, blah, 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 whatever.
If anybody's getting affected, my friend, no lie, is going to get affected. Kat, I hope you survived this pretty well, because she actually works at a hospital as one of the food people.
Yeah, I know a couple of people.
And she lives in Washington. So if you know anything about this whole thing in Washington, it's not good.
I feel like if you let your immune system battle things on a regular basis and don't take medicine every time you sneeze, actually, that is a medical study. There was a thing about that. It's pretty weird to mention that. Did you read that too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. Pee on your feet.
Is that a thing too?
Yeah,
was that not the same study?
For athletes' foot, it can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No shit, but like he said, that was a real scientific study. Eat your boogers because it's kind of like a low dose of antibiotic because your nose catches all the nasty shit, and that's the point of your boogers.
Hashtag we're not promoting eating boogers on the show because I still think that's extremely disgusting. Please don't start A trend.
Eat your boogers. Do it, but do it
This
like
is how the coronavirus.
do it like me. Eat it in your privacy of your own home, and then wash your fucking hands. Dear God, don't do that shit at the line at DMV. Oh my God, please don't do that. My God. Normally, I pick my nose before I take a shower. Okay, so I'm gonna already be washing.
You don't eat them though, right?
We will save that for not this show. You have to get the study said so.
The study also said.
No, I don't eat my boogers in situations like where we work at Shavers. That's just fucking disgusting. I was out in the woods all day.
It's so gross.
I was working in the chicken plant. I'm not eating my boogers.
If you want to be healthy, take vitamins. You don't remember we talked about this earlier. There's a whole shelf at the store. There's untapped resources.
But it's scientifically proven, dude. Eat your boogers.
What has happened? This is how pandemics start. This is.
You don't eat your boogers.
Don't pick your friend's nose, children.
Oh my God! I'm not picking my friend's nose. I'm not the one that let a dog clean my nasal passages. Okay.
Now that was only
Yeah.
because it could.
Because it could.
And man, I was stuffy that morning. Like, subscribe.
That dog did have a long ass
Join
tongue.
the conversation. If you subscribe, we will be back live talking about more nonsense, talking about stupid people.
Whatever craziness. One day, you guys tell us if this is a good idea. You want us to make us make a PSA type video about?
Oh, hold on a second. I got an idea. Before you run that out, yes, I want to throw a overlay on.
I know I wasn't going to lead straight into the idea. I was going to give like a.
We're gonna do a PSA on something. Specifically to our general area in which we live, which is Arkansas, which is Northwest Arkansas, which is.
Oh, here's the hint. We've mentioned this in normal episodes, almost every episode. I do at least.
Oh,
for some reason.
It's always on
or another.
mind. You
can't help it. Every single day. If you are a working class citizen in this great Northwest area of this state.
And we know that there are other states that have.
Yeah, we've been to Ohio.
I've been. I've actually personally lived in 6 states.
I feel like California's got it together.
California, but everybody's on the same.
Except LA.
wavelength. What up, Tyler? T. Dubs in the house?
Hey.
Dude, you have missed an epic run through of what is going on in the universe. You need to roll back and catch on to this. Real quick, conspiracy theory, Iraq, Iran. The cover-up is the coronavirus. It's election year. It's Friday the 13th. People need to freak out.
Tomorrow's
Don't worry
Friday.
about it. Don't worry about it.
Eat your boogers.
Join that Pi thing. I think I sent you a link in your thing. You should join it because cryptocurrency is a thing. Gina, thanks for being here. Conspiracies.
Hey.
Everybody chill out. China did some studies. If you're not over the age of 60, chill out. We're going to be okay. Take some vitamins. Apparently eat your boogers. You're going to be okay.
Get that hand sanitizer. Go ahead and get some hand sanitizer.
Hand sanitizer is good, but they're saying, of course, everybody knows that soap and water is better because hand sanitizer does kill the bad or good germs also. Because there are some good germs. And science studies, if you're going to go as deep as eating a shit out of the orifices of your face, you might as well stick to the bar of the soap too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But you just, in this situation, I would only suggest using the hand sanitizer.
In emergency, if you're out in public, yeah, and you have no
all the fucking time, man. You get out of the car, put some.
But it's still killing the good germs.
You go to the store, you come out, put some hand sanitizer.
You don't believe this? I
Get in the car,
the
put some
booger thing. I
hand
just don't
sanitizer
understand.
on.
No, you're killing good germs.
I'm all about good germs. I dig it.
We need good germs, people.
And
This is why.
read studies, ladies and gentlemen, you should not wash your hair every day.
Yeah, I don't. And the only time I have to do every day is because sometimes my job throws dirt in the air and my hair gets full of crap.
I was gonna
But
say,
I don't wash my hair every
I'm not
day.
gonna lie. I don't always use soap. I may take a loofah and scrub very vigorously, but
I do wash the designated
designated areas,
with soap.
obviously. But I don't fully lather up.
But no,
every
your
time.
skin has like particles and bacteria in it that needs to be on your skin. In fact, I think there was something about if you're losing skin every day, that's bad. There's something you're not supposed to flake every day. What did I read? I wish I could. That just flashed in my head.
If you're ashy every day, you got a problem.
You got a problem, and you shouldn't lotion. That's really a thing. You shouldn't lotion every day.
Yeah, because again, your skin's supposed to like produce its own stuff and take care of itself. So
you want to hear something even deeper? You shouldn't really use deodorant every day. I mean, there are deodorants that will keep the smell down, but not clog your pores. The problem is the pore clogging, and when you clog your pores, it keeps the hair follicle from growing. Which
I can definitely attest to this as a person that uses lots of deodorant out of necessity.
I stink. I know I stink.
Oh, I do too.
But I have to use deodorant, and when I do it, I try not to press on my armpit. I literally just put it on the hairs.
Oh, I have to lather it on because in reality, the only thing that kind of works for me is like medical grade deodorant. But girls' deodorant seems to work pretty good if I put on a decent amount. So, but I have run into situations where I've just bought the random deodorant. And
girls' stuff is so awesome.
Yeah, their razors.
The razors are awesome.
Their soaps.
Because the razors have that like soft gel stuff around the edges.
I just feel like they're sharper. Like they give our razors 3 passes and they give the girls like 10 passes.
Yeah, they fine tooth them down really good.
But yeah, so
yeah, I use feminine products for things like that. Yeah. But I used to use my mom's deodorant when I was like 14 because I didn't buy my own. I just used Suave, I think is what it was.
I've always had the choice to get my own. And I feel like I've always just used girl stuff because that's where it's at, man. Like the boy stuff, yeah, it smells manly or whatever, but it's.
Have you seen
do the scientific math? Yeah. Look at what's in this shit.
Because we have physics. Okay, well, y'all want to see something funny? Tyler, Gina, look up the Neil deGrasse Tyson interview with Stephen Colbert the other day when he talks about his thoughts on coronavirus. And then it bleeds into the asteroid that is hurling towards. That's the other thing we're going to talk about. The one that is not hurling towards the planet, but
at all
coming our direction.
Yeah, it's going to pass by like the last one.
Tyler saw it. He gets it. So yeah, it's going to pass by. Of course, Tyler saw it. He's super smart.
Tyler, you're the best.
He is awesome. So it's going to pass by. But April 22nd.
But I've called that since the beginning because at this point, if you know anything about space exploration and technologies associated with space, we've got all that stuff in lockdown. We know where every piece of anything bigger than a marble is. Pretty sure it's like 2 millimeters, but definitely a marble. We know where anything bigger than a marble is.
Yeah. Was that tiny moon he mentioned? That tiny moon he mentioned? He's like, stop. Basically, he's like, shut up. It's a rock.
Tiny moon.
It's a rock. Like, everybody gets all hyped up about, yeah. Really? Is it not a few centimeters? Is it really a few centimeters?
I knew it was tiny. Like, they can pretty much detect dust, but yeah. For the sake of my non-factual argument, it is definitely a marble. But yeah,
tell me it's not a few centimeters.
It is.
That's not a tiny moon.
Oh no, I think he's talking about what can be detected. What do you say?
Oh.
I can't. My chat hasn't updated for detection. Yeah. So down to a few centimeters.
Yeah, a few centimeters.
I knew it was definitely like very small.
So, but there's stuff coming at us all the time.
Well, I guess 30 millimeters would be about a marble, maybe like a tiny marble. Yeah, like a half size, a pea.
Anyway, everybody just loves to freak out. Tyler, what I was saying earlier, Gina, what this is leading to, either what's happening right now in the background is
tiny moon.
Hashtag tiny moon. There's another attack with the Iran thing that just happened on Wednesday, Thursday with the whole bombing of the base. Or not base, but like whatever compound,
and then
stuff retaliation of the Warhouse. So something is going to be attacked again, or they're going to release a new device in a few days. What were you going to say?
Like, as much as I've been watching, that's not upfront news. You can barely Google this. Like, we were looking it up before the show, and I found 2 videos. I think he found one.
Yeah, it took me a minute.
I was trying to look it up online, and you can barely find anything about that.
Like, to find that second one, I had to scroll down like 8 or 9 videos to even see anything related to what I watched. And it was what, a minute, 15 seconds, and the other video was 45 seconds? Yeah. Nobody's talking about
this. But if I type in coronavirus, the first video is going to be like 10 minutes long.
Oh, there's thousands of them now.
So crazy.
So,
guys, what are we doing?
Sheeple.
What are you sheeple doing?
Just lemmings. Just. What do we buy next, sir? Oh, iPhone 12. Oh, I'm sick now. Let's buy toilet paper. Oh, here's a new Furby. Whatever the crap. You know,
Furbies were terrifying.
they were horrible. Back in 2000, what was it, 20 years ago, same exact thing, Y2K. Same exact.
And that I brought this up to some people. I thought that was hilarious. In Y2K, there was that lady that filled that whole room with the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And now everybody's doing it.
Toilet paper.
But back in Y2K, everybody's like, what is that dumb bitch doing?
Yep.
Now you guys are all that dumb bitch.
Yeah, you're all
what
dumb
the
bitch.
fuck?
He had a Furby. Tyler had a Furby.
Hey, I had a pet rock big dog. I'm not going to lie. It was the one, too. Like, the box and it all. You remember the pet rocks?
No, but I thought of an idea.
Oh, yeah.
Pet Rock 2.0.
Oh, yeah, Pet Rock 2.0.
Pet Rock 2.0.
That'd be the one, man.
You could actually get actual rocks and.
We're going to go off every 3 minutes.
There's so many things. Tyler.
Tamagotchis. I had the Pokemon version.
Tamagotchi.
I never had the original
Tamagotchis.
But I had the Pokemon one.
Died.
And what was that other one? It was the egg. It was something egg. It wasn't Tamagotchis.
What's the other one, Tyler?
Knockoff.
Man, my lighting is crap. Dave?
I'm sorry, man. You know, the guy got the coronavirus and he was supposed to be here.
Consuela. I think
She
Consuela's
died.
dead. She's in a closet somewhere in one of the east wings. Or I hope she might have quarantined herself or she's dead. I don't know.
Tyler doesn't know the knockoffs. But speaking of our fictional Consuela and talking about a real thing, I've never seen a body stain before. And that's actually quite terrifying.
What are you talking about?
I was watching this Explorer video, and he was doing a video of like this house that an old lady died in, and I guess she wasn't found for many days, and she had clearly fallen in the hallway because her body stain was in the hallway. And I can just let you imagine what a body stain is. But
I've seen.
Yeah. So I've never seen a body stain before.
I've seen a dead body.
I've seen dead bodies on screen. And I've seen some pretty horrible things happen to people in real life. And I've seen pictures of extremely horrible things. And that's all fine. I can do all that. Apparently, what I can't do is blood into a tube. Once upon a time, I was getting my blood drawn. And I watched the tube going into the blood. And then I started feeling like I could pass out. For the first and only time I've ever felt like I was going to pass out in my life.
Seeing your own blood leave your body?
I don't know what it was, man. Like, that's totally cool. I'm fine with needles. I never had a problem with needles. I was always that kid. The doctor was like, holy cow, this kid's great. I wish they could all be like him. But blood into a tube apparently is my weakness. Because even the nurse was like, are you okay? You are turning white. And I'm like, yeah, I just need to not look at that tube, apparently.
Yeah.
So
just to watch your own blood leave your body is probably a lot to take. I mean, I've given plasma. I've done all that stuff. Like I said, I stuck my hand in a cadaver. It wasn't a dead. It's not like I walked along the road and found this dude dead and I stuck my hand inside of him. I was at an actual Kansas University cadaver lab.
Well, you went to a university?
I went to a school, and then we went to the university to a cadaver lab. And I went to college, and we went there for just to see it. And I stuck my hand inside of the old lady. It was gross. I saw an old dead vagina.
That's gross. And on that note,
you guys,
thank you,
Tyler. Gina. Thanks for coming back. I know it's been a while since we were here. We have been involved with real life.
Week and a half, yeah.
Thanks for hitting it. We're still going to do the 9 o'clock thing. So if you ever see the the subscription thing pop up, we're still going to hit 9 o'clock on whatever nights. We still want to aim for Monday. We're going to try and do Monday. If our third party is available. Maybe not. We might go Wednesday and Friday. We might just go Friday. I don't know. We got a lot going on. It's starting to get warmer. We want to get out in the world and film some of the stuff we've been talking about. I've got a couple of things to throw in with this.
I was going to say, we might go all Mark Roberg on you
PSA.
And only put out a video every month or something like that.
Well, we're still going to be here. We're going to put our other stuff up here. There's going to be more to come. So regardless, like, subscribe, join.
Get that bell on so you can more accurately follow when we are here.
From the future, and for some reason you think we're entertaining, please hit a live episode with us. Join the conversation, throw some stuff in this. This whole point of this, again, is about a community. I know we seem like a bunch of assholes, and we tell people they're dumb, but we're just really logical and straightforward, and we want real people in the crew. We don't want a bunch of dodos.
You guys are supposed to fill in the gray area because me personally, I'm very black and white. Outside the box is doable for me, but I'm looking inside the box first. So
I'm very outside the box. I'm very chaotic in a sense. I flow with it. I don't mean to do it, but for some reason it flows with me. And I manage 1,000 things at one time. I got so much going on. Yeah. So anyway, we are doing stuff as a group. So please like, subscribe, join. Tyler, Gina, or Audrey, I know you're asleep, but thank you for being here. Come back next week. We'll do at least one episode a week. We'll try to do at least one episode a week, maybe two. We'll see how the world comes together. Maybe if we don't die from
maybe
coronavirus.
1 million episodes.
That's if we get 1 million subscribers. You guys are awesome. Have a good night. See you next week. Tyler, Gina, stay safe. We love you people. What do we always say? What was that thing we always say?
I was going to say, did you forget your line already?
Is that the thing where
We've done this?
only you need to be is you.
And just in case, this does turn into some crazy, crazy shit. Don't forget, live it fully every day.
Deuces, people. We'll see you next week.